Hi everybody, thank you for joining me today. I am here at the 2023 Expona. It's been an amazing time over the last 48 hours. I have experienced over at least 40, 50 different systems, okay? So first and foremost, I want to thank all the exhibitors for the hard work and dedication and labor that this production demands of you, okay? I know some of the rooms unfortunately have issues. The wrong shape room. I've seen a couple of rooms where things have not been great for some of you exhibitors, but I want to commend you all on the work that you put in, okay? Now today though, I want to talk about this particular system that's behind me, and of course, those who are the leading force of such an amazing presentation, okay? And that is Vimberg loudspeakers with Karan Acoustics, crystal cables, and I'm going to introduce the parties responsible for an amazing presentation. Thank you guys for being part of my channel. I appreciate the opportunity to showcase what you guys have done here. And I must say it has been an amazing presentation. If you can please introduce and talk about what we have going on over here.
Sure. My name is Win, and I'm the owner of the company Win Audio, and we are distribution companies. And today we have the Kalista DreamPlay XC SACD and CD player, and the Kalista DreamPlay turntable, Karan acoustic preamp and phono stage, and that's the external power supply for the CD player.
Wow.
Yeah.
Amazing.
And we also got the mono blocks from Karan Acoustic, and this is the Power A mono blocks, top of the line from the company, with about 2,000 watt at 8 ohm. So plenty.
Wow, 2,000 watts at 8 ohms. Okay.
And it's a pure Class A sliding bias.
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
Amazing. Now, Karan Acoustics, where are they from?
From Serbia.
Serbia. Interesting. A lot of great product coming from Europe, I gotta tell you.
Yeah.
Tremendous amount.
Most of the equipment here, and including cables and accessories, are all from Europe. Except the critical mass, which is from US.
Correct.
Yeah, we got the Vimberg speakers. This is the Tonda D, top of the line with the diamond tweeter. Which
I have to say, guys, I have heard them several times. It's not my first time listening to the speakers, okay? But I unfortunately didn't give them a fair shot in the past. And this has happened to me many times, okay, with other brands. But you know I always come back around. When you do something right, I'm gonna put you here and give you airtime and give you the opportunity to be highlighted, okay, for what you've done. These speakers in particular, I know this is, and some people may not know this, okay, Vimberg is supposed to be like a sister company or title, correct? Okay, correct. So in case you do not know, that's who they are. Okay, they've been around for some time. I gotta say, it was just an amazing amount of the bloom that the speakers throw out. And look at the size of this room, guys. It is insane, okay? This is like a church in here. Like, it's crazy, okay? And it just fills the room. No matter where you stand, you're getting sound stage, you're getting the detail. It's very smooth. It never gets bright. All the attributes that I'm really attracted to. Okay, let's talk about your cable line, Crystal, which I have seen many times, by the way. Beautiful looking cables, I must say. So I am enamored by the look of the cable, and of course the sound needs to be highlighted. You know, tell us a little bit about Crystal cables.
So thank you for the opportunity. My name is Gabi Reinveld. Crystal Cable is a company founded almost 20 years ago. So next year we will celebrate the
20th anniversary. Okay.
Yeah. We are in Holland, in the Netherlands, and everything, the factory, the offices, is in a small town. Every single cable is made by hand.
Wow.
With our production team, engineering team. We have 38 people now, so it's a reasonable size company.
Nice.
And what we are showing here, we are playing with the top level, the Art Series cables. It's a top system, so you
yes, and it sounded like a top system.
Thank you for that.
Definitely.
Just a few words about cables.
Yes.
Cables, I used to call them the stepchild in audio, you know, because cables, they call it accessory, but they are not. They are not.
They're not.
They are like an equal component to,
Yes.
to loudspeakers and electronics and all kind of things, because without a cable you don't have sound.
Correct.
It's that simple.
Yes.
So having good cables can make a system sounding great. Having bad cables can ruin the system.
Absolutely.
So they are very powerful in that
Absolutely.
case. What we are making is we're using very high quality materials, only precious metals. So silver and gold, monocrystal, single crystal conductors. Then we use very high quality insulations like Kapton and PEEK materials, Teflon, all from DuPont, the highest level you can get. Because insulation, shielding, and all that kind of materials are very important to close out distortion.
Interesting.
Conductor is one thing, but the conductor material has to be shielded to get the magnetic fields out of the way, and it's a kind of research. We do material science to get the best materials you can. So making cables is actually a scientific process.
Interesting.
And that we make them beautiful for the eye.
Which is, I don't mean to interrupt you, but as you're talking about this, I looked at and you guys can see some images right now of the beautiful cables that she's talking about, okay? It makes me feel like they belong in my wife's jewelry, like next to her jewelry in the closet. And I can't say that about other brands. But when I look at crystal cables, you definitely feel like you have something special in your hands. And it looks like you definitely pay attention to every aspect, not just sonically, because it is the most important thing, of course, but also the visuals, the optics are so important.
And I will mention a third aspect. The sound is, of course, first. What you mentioned, the aesthetics. And the third one is the easiness to use. Because that's very important. The cables are flexible.
Flexibility is important.
They are light,
Yes.
but they are strong. That's why we use the high-tech insulation materials. Silver is known from being soft and very vulnerable material. So if you would not use these kind of materials to protect it, then they will break or they will lose the shape and sound,
Degrades.
sound will be also
hurt.
affected.
Compromised, yeah.
So using these materials make that if they are on the ground, you can drive a grand piano over it and nothing will happen. They are that strong.
Wow, interesting.
So, but the flexibility is the biggest thing because we have a lot of colleague cable manufacturers. They make beautiful cables. They are big and masculine and heavy, and some customers love it. The problem is only that they are not so easy to bend.
Yes, I have seen some of those.
That
Yes.
they almost lift the electronics from the rack because they are so heavy, and so some systems will sound very good with those cables.
Yeah.
But the easiness of use is also something
Important.
in.
And you come in from which angle?
Oh, I'm the digital
Tell me.
guy.
You are the digital master.
Almost digital guy.
Sure.
I'm Jean-Marie.
Okay, good to
I'm
meet
the
you.
owner and chief designer of Metronome.
Okay.
We manage two brands, the brand Metronome, of course, and the brand Kalista. And here you have the example of the top of the line Kalista system, which is
It's-
Dreamplay XE.
Beautiful. I got to tell you, I have seen so many things in hi-fi, and when I walked into this room, you guys, I believe you have a static display out there. I was just floored, guys, by what I was seeing. It is just a piece of art, and I'm sure that a lot of man hours go into building something like that. Where are they made?
We're based in France.
France?
And you are right when you talk about a piece of art, because the baseline of the brand is art of music.
Why is it the best looking things come from Europe? What's going on? Like, where is America and all of this? All of the good looking stuff is always coming from Europe. I mean, I look at this and I just want to buy it because of the way it looks, let alone how good it sounds, because we already know it sounded amazing.
So you can buy, we have plenty, yeah? So this is a 4-in-1. It's a SACD and CD player, it's a streamer, it's a DAC, of course, and it's also a digital volume control from a French technology by not a sister company, but a friend company. The name is Lead Processing. And so you need these power amps, good cables, and speakers, and this is your system.
What's the current MSRP on that?
79,000.
79,000. Okay. And it's shipping now, or is there any kind of lead time?
It's shipping.
Available for shipping.
Available, yeah. Available in two finishes, this kind of silver finish that we call diamond, and black finish also.
So when we were streaming right now, it was all going through this, or no?
We were playing CD.
CD. Okay, got it. Okay. And the speakers are how much?
70,000.
70. Wow.
Yeah.
That's a steal. Let me tell you guys. Granted, the front and all the associated equipment is tremendous. Okay, so we have to make sure we say that. But the speaker is not only so beautiful sounding, but it's also highlighting all your efforts behind it. I mean, I'm still floored. When I walked into the room earlier, okay, I knew, and I didn't say this to you because I needed to go upstairs to hear everything else before I come in and decide to highlight you, okay? But the biggest thing that took me just, whoa, like it was just, again, the bloom of the presentation, and things just got out of here, went all the way behind everybody, over my head. It had bass. I was looking for subwoofers in the corner, nothing. And it's a massive room. Mm-hmm. I have seen speakers larger than that in rooms of this size that cannot do what these speakers are doing.
Yeah, this room is 30 by 60.
30 by 60, so you have an idea. 30, this room is 30 by 60, okay? And it is just tall, and it's just an amazing, amazing sound. When I walked in, I didn't expect those speakers to do what they did, because I saw the size of the speaker, and you're always thinking, look at the size of the room, the speaker looks kind of smallish, right? I felt like maybe this is not gonna be a good presentation, and I was so wrong. So I want to tell you guys, you have done an amazing job here. I'm sure I have seen you all in the past at several other shows, because I've seen these speakers in the past, but I have never heard it sound the way it did today. Now, was there anything new here that you did not have at your previous show? Because I've seen these speakers, I believe they were green maybe at another show. I can't.
Yeah, previous one.
So what is it that you inserted here that you did not do before?
Well, the previous show was the Mino, which is the smaller version.
Okay.
So it doesn't have like the same amount of bass. It doesn't go as deep. But I believe we have the Karan mono blocks as well. But we got some new cables. Last time I have the Art Series Da Vinci speaker cable.
Okay.
The rest of the system, I got some Monet, Fango, the less expensive models. But this time, we are pretty much like all Da Vinci.
Where is Karan Acoustics made?
Serbia.
Serbia, you said. Sorry. I had a moment, okay? So I had to ask again, because I'm still like trying to wrap my mind around this. To me, this combination, the synergistic effect, in my opinion, if you were to ask me, this should be a reference point what you did here. So going forward, if you want to do a couple of things here and there, this should be a reference point, taking notes of what you did here, okay? And I know you're probably going to go to another show again, and you're going to display elsewhere. It's hard to beat what you have done here, especially when you're talking about $70,000 speakers, which, yes, they are money. They're not exactly cheap, but when you look at other speakers that are here, this is an affordable speaker in comparison to what you've seen here, okay? So take it from me, and for what it's worth, what I like is exactly what you've done here, and if you can replicate it, I just see you as being one of the top rooms going forward.
Thank you.
Okay,
so
so congratulations on what you've done here, and I hope you continue to definitely show more of this. Are you going to be in Munich?
I'll be in Munich.
You won't be displaying?
No.
Be exhibiting.
We
Okay.
will also
Just
be
visiting for
exhibiting,
me.
yeah.
Okay, so I'll be there too, because that was my intent also to go to Munich, is to hear this brand for the first time, because I'd never heard it.
Oh, okay.
And I know it's
I'm not sure if Karan is going to be in Munich.
But I've seen many videos with this brand over at Munich, and I'm like, okay, and people have mentioned it to me a lot, okay? And so I wanted to hear it. And
You're going to Munich?
I will be there next month, and so I'll get a chance to see many different brands like this, and obviously give everyone a fair shot and highlight those rooms like this one that deserve to be mentioned. Anyway, guys, thank you for your time. That is all I got for today. Make sure to check these guys out. Their websites will be on the description of this video below. Talk to you soon.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.